We saw a very clear gap in the market, having had experience working on the Gunfleet Sands, that there was a real need for charter boat owners to have the most flexible boat that they could get. And as a naval architect, it was fantastic to be able to go out to an offshore wind farm and understand what makes these boats tick. And we took that knowledge, and I think there were really 4 key things we were looking for. The first one being safety.
So we looked at the different vessels, and we came up with the CTruk vessel, who actually have this excellent man board system where you have the vector system. So that means the skipper don't have to stay in the wheelhouse and actually steer the vessel to the casualty. He can actually go outside the vessel and then actually control the vessels from outside at the same time where he actually pick up the casualty. And that's a brilliant system. So that was one of the main factors to buy the vessels actually.
The boats have to operate with 2 people aboard at times. And it struck me that if someone went into the water, there would be 1 person left on the boat. How would that person get the other person out of the water? And that led us to develop and use water jets, and ended up choosing Rolls-Royce. And the reason we chose Rolls-Royce was their vector stick control system. The skipper can focus on all the other things he has to be doing, worrying about the crew getting off between the boat and the transition piece, talking to the marine coordinator on the radio, working out where he's going next. It becomes second nature to control this boat.
The jets operate via 2 levers. One is your throttle, and the other one basically is your tiller. You flick a switch and the throttle then becomes a joystick, and the boat will go wherever you put it. So if you want to go sideways, you put it to the side you want to go, and she goes.
We ended up choosing composites really for several reasons. One is it drives out weight, but the other thing it gives us is a very tough structure. It's a workboat. We have to come up against steel structures, and it's got to be tough. And resin infusion, which is the method we chose over aluminium, gives us the lightest, toughest, most cost-effective material. We're probably 5 knots faster than our aluminium competitor. And significantly, we use about half the horsepower of an aluminium boat. It makes it a much more cost-effective boat.
A lot of the vessels you see out there are with very big engines, and they burn a lot of fuel every day, where we come out actually, and we have calculated up to 400 pounds a day, we can save, compared to a normal aluminium vessel. We don't have to go in and refuel as often as the other vessels. We have actually recognized that we can refuel twice as many generators as we were used to do with our other vessels. So that's a big advantage for us and as well our customer.
She's got so much power that none of the tides will cause her a problem. All round, she's probably the best equipped and power to weight ratio boat that there is.
We go out faster, we go in faster, we move between the foundation faster. So you save an hour in the day, and that means that you can work an extra hour that day. And again, to the customer, they will get more out of it.
When we looked at the competition, working on the Gunfleet Sands, the reason we got the opportunity to come in was none of the vessels on that site could do the job that we ended up doing, which was to carry a 3-ton generator. And it seemed to me that there was a gap in the market, specifically for charter boat owners. These are people who are going to buy a boat. One day it's going to do a particular job, and then they'll need to move to another client to do another job. And it was really important that we gave them a vessel that could meet all those needs, that was as flexible as possible, and that could be as competitive as possible.
Well, the CTruk is just so versatile. It's a working boat, and one day it can carry huge amounts of bulky and heavy gear in one configuration. You can come back in a couple of hours' work. You can change the boat. So the next day, you can take out 12 engineers ready to go up the towers with all their gear in perfect safety and comfort. The modules that we put on the back can be for fueling. We can carry a huge amount of fuel, or some days you require to have the foredeck clear so that we can use the cranes that are all fitted to the wind farm. You can offload and load in various places. It's just such a versatile boat.
We never know what's around the corner, so you can say one contract we have one task and another contract we have another task. So actually with this flexible system we can rebuild the boat within hours. So instead of the contractor have to rent in maybe 2 boats, they can actually use our boats for a different purpose from day to day. So one day we can go out with passengers. The day after, if it's needs for survey, we can actually go out and do the survey the day after. In that way, we are more cost effective for the customer.
I think for the charter boat skipper, there is one choice now. Is it with a boat that can do just one job, maybe carry 2 or 3 tons, or is it with a boat that can do a whole number of jobs, carrying some 20 tons, and actually saving the client £400 a day? So for similar money to the aluminium single roll competitor, we can save the client money as well as offer a much better service, a much more cost-effective service.